Welcome everybody to the Dead Unicorn. My name is Corey. It is time for Cyber Samurai Saturday. We're playing Legend of the Five Rings, Shadows Empire. I've done a lot of hard work making this plot. It's gonna be amazing. But first, we have a mystery. What happened to Matt's ice cream?
Bum, bum, bum.
He bought a pint of ice cream, but the lid has been pulled off, and there's like a ton missing. Show him. He hasn't touched it. That's what the ice. Take that back. That back. That's sus. Before we introduce the cast, I'd like to thank our patrons scrolling below us. The patrons. They help us out in this game. They help with just how awesome this thing looks, first off. By the way, thank you to Sebastian for helping us with the VTT and getting it all set up. And all of the bells and whistles he's been putting into this. The man's a monster. He's amazing.
Yeah.
But also, our patrons, if you want to become a patron, get to vote on their favorite character. And that character gets a special bonus. And this week, and only this week after this live stream, anyone will get to vote. I'm going to open up to anyone who comes to patreon.com/deadunicorn. You'll see the voting right then and there. You don't have to pay any money and you can vote. But future, if you want to keep doing it in the future, just got to pay $1. That's all. That's all we ask. we need to keep the lights on around here. But this week, we have a tie between Daisuke and Narin. Daisuke and Narin.
My rival. Oh my.
So, what did I do when there was a tie? Did I just randomly
You
roll?
had the characters fight to the death, and then whoever survived that fight, they won. Weird. I thought, wow, that kind of cuts into the people who like the other character, but whatever works.
I think I made it like a random thing, right? Because
Either
the person,
that or you gave it to both.
yeah, well,
I mean, if it makes it easier, I only have a one ring in void, and I still haven't used my void point. So
give it to Sasha.
okay.
Mhm.
So what you get for winning is a instant success on any one roll. You can say, I succeed. But you get no opportunity on that roll. You just succeed the roll. No bonus successes, nothing like that.
So to fill in Sasha on that, essentially, if you flub up a roll, either role playing or in battle, you could just say, "Oh, yeah, I succeeded in whatever the heck I was doing."
I didn't do that. I won.
And and if you do not use the instant success by the end of the game, it turns into a void point for future games.
That's right.
So, if you're okay, for this one game, I don't know. Should I give it to both of them, guys? Of course, y'all will say yes. Y'all will be like, yeah. You know what? I'm going to give it to both of you, but there's only one. And if whoever uses it
one
first...
of us has to race to use
whoever
it.
uses it first gets it.
And what if nobody uses it? Do they both
shtick.
get void
I
points?
like it.
If nobody uses it by the end, I'll give both of them a void point if they make it through without using it. Both of them.
I love the caveats. It's like, all right, now, don't use it. Don't use it. Try not to.
But let's introduce everybody. Let's say everybody's name. Shall we?
Yes.
Everybody, put your character names on the Zoom.
Oh yeah.
Playing. They can't see them. They're all covered up with your name tags. Everybody sees your names anyways. on the
No,
stream.
but we'll be able to see them.
Oh, that's right. We'll be able to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi, Kelpie Kit. Kit's online watching us live. Thank you for watching.
How's it going, Kit?
Playing Ide Youngsu is James.
James.
I almost forgot your name for a second. I was panicking. Playing Doji Daisuke is Matt.
Thank you.
Playing Bayushi Norin is Sasha. Playing Shosuro Kitsunuri.
Kuronagi.
Okay, I was totally wrong on that. Playing Shosuro Kuronagi is Tarek. And, of course, playing Moshi Sora is Crystal. My name's Corey. I'm your game master. Let's get this party started. Last we left, all of these characters were part of Shozo the White Dragon's entourage. He's an elderly poet, and he is going to the City of the Rich Frog. I have the map right here all loaded up. It is in this area between Unicorn Lands, Dragon Lands, and Lion Lands. Mm-hmm. And they were on the way here to the City of the Rich Frog, where his retirement celebration is going to take place, and he is going to pick a successor who will continue on in his tradition. But
look at that. We're not that far from where the last game occurred.
No, you're not. Our last campaign happened in Swift Sword Castle. You're quite near there.
Yeah.
Why is it that nostalgic around this area?
During the procession, you were stopped by a messenger who gave a letter. The letter was opened, and it said that an old student of Shozo was coming named Kengo. But Kengo is the disgraced imperial prince. He was once the imperial crown prince, but he was accused of murdering his mother, the empress. And instead of execution, he had to become Ronin. And now he is like one of the lowest samurai on the Celestial Order. But you guys went to meet him, and it seems like there's foul play afoot, because you guys have... I'm going to load up the crossroads here. You guys had downed a bunch of thugs posing as guards that looked like they were going to kidnap Kengo.
And they had little poison frogs as their emblem.
Yes. And that is where we'll start. I'm not going to show you guys at home the map.
Frogs, yeah.
I'm going to show you character descriptions, so you'll better understand the characters as we go. So, that's where we are, and that's where you will begin. There are some downed thugs that I believe some of you people are looking to see who's alive and who's dead.
We confirmed one is dead and one is alive, and we might interrogate.
Yeah.
Like, Daisuke is probably, like, kind of breathing heavy because of his extra heft, and his makeup is probably, like, running on his face. It's like, I need a powder room.
And I'm just tired because I took a lot of fatigue in that fight.
Kengo will approach all of you as you're looking over the thugs, and he'll say, I don't know if we have time to sit and worry about these guys. I don't think I should be late to the opening ceremonies.
Oh, yes, your safety and arrival is probably our biggest importance, the biggest importance of our entire duty so far. We were just going to make sure that you arrive safely. Are you safe now?
He looks around, he's like, I think I'm safe now, but if there are more thugs within the city, more of these ruffians within the city, I'm not sure. I don't think I should go without you. If Shozo sent you, I'm going to stay with you guys until we get to the ceremony. That said,
I think that's wise.
If Shozo's on his way into town right now, I'll be late for the opening ceremonies if we worry about these guys.
If we dilly-dally longer?
During this conversation, I wish to remove the spotted frog mon from one of them.
Oh, you just ripped that thing off, huh?
to take that with so that
cut it,
we at
whatever.
least have it.
Do you have anyone that you think might be considered an enemy in the city? Kengo.
You know, I haven't been to the city since I was young. I wouldn't know anybody here that said, I mean, I have a history. I'm not sure if you people know exactly who I was, but I'm sure there are people who see me, just my mere existence, as a threat. Especially people in political positions. I try to stay away from big cities because of that.
Of course.
Allow us to be your entourage, Kengo-san. I know a little bit about your history, but nothing I hold against you with that.
He doesn't acknowledge that at all.
Well, I apologize for having been waylaid by these thugs. If only we would have been able to catch on sooner. Perhaps we could have diverted their attentions away from you, and you would have been able to enter the city with no trouble. But for what it's worth...
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me restate what I said when you said you want to escort them. He was very, like, into that, but when you brought up his past, he's like, he becomes more standoffish. I'm sorry, Turk. Go ahead.
I'm sorry that we weren't able to deter these thugs sooner before they were able to cause us undue harm. But if you are feeling well enough to continue on the travel, then let us try to get you into the city as soon as possible.
I'm ready to go.
Right. I have only heard rumors, but the White Dragon asked us to protect you. That's enough for me.
All right, is anybody else staying here? Or
Naren keeps eyeing the thugs like she is not particularly happy about leaving before getting more information, but she does not raise her voice to complain or debate.
Yeah. Well,
Daisuke's happy to leave.
As you guys leave, you see them kind of like moaning and getting up, but they're in no position to do anything. But y'all walk into the city unmolested. I'm going to put up a map now of what I have of this city.
None of the thugs need our help. They're either dead or will be perfectly fine eventually.
This is our city of the Rich Frog. How do you like it, guys?
Oh, it's super dark.
You can't see
blank.
It? No. Uh-oh. Let's put your mini on the map.
Yeah, I just put mine token down.
Mine is on the map.
Did that help?
Nope. Don't see anything.
Okay, hold on.
I just see some mosquitoes flying around.
Let me figure this out.
Mosquitoes? You mean everybody's not icons, cursors?
Yep.
We're gonna turn off all of these.
Yeah, I pulled myself on from my character sheet as well, and that didn't help either.
We're gonna turn off all of the lighting effects and stuff.
Oh, you also have it paused, so that might be part of it.
Nope. Oh, it might be.
I'm having a good time role-playing my mouse as a mosquito.
There.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I'm drowning.
I can see it now.
I ended up on a boat.
Daisuke's on the harbor for whatever reason.
I don't see any of y'all.
Yeah, I don't see anybody else's characters either.
Nope.
I'm on the bridge.
I do see my icon.
I think everyone sees themselves, but no one else then. Since
okay.
Same here.
Let's see what I can
Oh
do
no, we're all in our own tiny universe.
My greatest fear.
That's one heck of a spirit gate to walk through.
That was the opposite of working.
That was the opposite of an improvement.
How's that? that back? Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
still see myself and
maps
everyone
back.
else's cursors.
I can see myself.
Yep, same.
Nope, that didn't do anything. Ambience, lighting, darkness level should be 0. Configure vision limitations, infinity, infinity, infinity. That's what we want. Fill all areas in the scene with light. Yes, please. Save.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, that's
now we
much
see
better.
everyone.
Oh, hey, I can see
There's 2 of
everyone.
I'm on an
There's
island. Help!
Yeah.
Okay.
So where did we enter from?
Oh, it really doesn't matter.
Oh, I think
Okay.
there's
You can-
2 me's too.
You
For
can come here.
narrative purposes,
Yeah.
Corey. Come on.
You can come down to the street here.
Okay.
Corey, you need to delete one of me.
Okay. There you go.
And the clone was evaporated to dust, never to
We need to be
eat,
down here.
to speak another word again. Now she has no mouth, yet she still must scream.
That was more concerning poetry than my last character wrote. That's saying something.
I took that last part from a game.
So as you
That's
make
very
your
cool.
way,
Actually came from a book.
Yeah,
okay.
that's Philip K. Dick.
Yep.
Mhm.
as you make your way through the city, there are celebration lanterns. There are people in the street talking and enjoying themselves. They said, Shozo just came through here, and I got to see him. His palanquin was open, and
Is everyone putting on their nicest celebration clothes?
Yes.
Even the peasants are wearing their least stained kimono.
people are talking about what they're going to do at the festival tomorrow.
Some of them, they're most stained.
It's and
If by stained you mean dyed.
Yeah.
it's good that y'all left right
A lot
now.
of people died in
Otherwise,
those kimonos.
these crowds would be hard to like try and run through to get to the governor's mansion. So the governor's mansion is on an island. So
Oh, I was just there.
the rich city of the rich frog has rivers running through it, and where the rivers come together, the 3 rivers come together, there's an island with the governor's mansion on it, and you have to take a ferry on over and cross it, which you can right here.
Huh?
And you can see through here, this is where a lot of the festival ground is happening.
Mhm.
And they're setting up quite a bit of stalls ready for tomorrow.
It looks like Fiesta in Texas. Fiesta.
And this main street,
Never actually been to it.
To Fiesta?
Yeah.
It's nice.
I'll be
Very
right
loud.
back. I have to grab my tablet with a lot of the information on it.
Sounds good.
All right.
There's cordoned off areas in different cities where you can go, and they have like these booths and like people doing performances and like street art and all kinds of stuff. So it kind of reminds me of this little sectioned off area over here. And then I'm assuming from here you get to this dock, and then you go from that dock to this dock, and then booyah. Did
Yep.
my color get changed? I thought I just changed my color. I guess I have to save
The
configuration.
color
on
looks
that,
the
but-
same to me as it did before.
Okay.
Well, once he put light on.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh, or
Mine's
do you mean your
sure.
personal color?
Yeah, my personal color.
So you guys will go through the area,
I'm
get to the dock,
purple.
and there's a ferry there waiting for you. The
Okay, so
ferryman.
we're getting to this
Blues
dock,
and two
right?
reds.
Yes.
Oh, come along, everyone.
The ferryman
Wasn't
says.
dilly-dally as Daisuke's trying to clean up his makeup a bit.
Do take care on the docks.
Do you have a powder room?
Do your best not to trip. I'm not a big fan of swimming.
Oh, don't worry about me, darling. And he falls into the water.
Remember, Scorpion can't swim.
Yeah.
Wing.
They need
We've
to
never
have
been able to swim. That's why we need you to carry us over on your back.
Wink, wink.
So the ferryman says, "You must be the samurai that Shozo has said we're coming. Please board quickly. I'll get you there in plenty of time to freshen up, so you can be ready for the opening ceremonies."
Yes, of course. Thank you.
So
okay.
You guys move across to the governor's mansion. At the governor's mansion, there are red walls here, and instead of foo lions, like innate, like lion statues, instead there are frogs done up like foo lions.
Frog lions.
They got like they got that curly stuff all over their skin, and yeah, they're crazy cool looking.
Is there a frog clan?
Oh, on the gate.
Oh yeah, there is.
Leading to the governor's mansion. You see the words. Wise home of the wise frog.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put this into our chat, just to let people see. Well, not people, but let y'all see.
Beyond the gate.
I typed in "foo frog" into Google, and this is what it gave me. It's more of a kung fu frog.
Kung fu frog.
Hiya! Oh.
Poison dart frog, mind you.
So the estate itself is several stories, like a mini castle. There's a courtyard, mostly gravel, and there are a few bushes that are meticulously maintained. There's a small stable, and there are several guards, and there are people here that will greet you and say, "Welcome to the estate of the Wise Frog. Governor Miyagenda is your host here. If you will come this way, I'm sure you've had a long journey and need to freshen up a bit before the opening ceremonies."
Miyagenda.
Yes, thank you. Please show the way.
Yep, and they'll lead you to a like a little, not like a full bath, but like a place where there's like basins of water, and there's makeup there, and there's just a change of clothes if you need a change of clothes, those types of things. And there's some of the samurai here freshening up and finishing up that you traveled with Shozo. And they'll turn and say, "Oh, well, I didn't think you'd make it on time."
Just a slight delay, nothing more. Like as Daisuke fans himself.
The estate itself is several stories, like a mini castle. I said that, with red, orange, and green highlights. The back side of the manor is a garden fed by the Three Sides River. You'll get to see the garden in a moment. There's some cool stuff in there.
Who met us here? Is it Miyagenda, or is it one of our
No,
attendants?
it's some of his retainers. The guards outside, and like a retainer of his.
I will ask one of the guards, kind of unobtrusively moving off from the group. I will point out the spotted frogmon and ask if they know where those mons come from.
Oh.
In that case,
he says,
you would have gotten me to come with, since I'm the one who ripped it off to bring with.
Sure. I was just probably reciting it from memory, but if you want to come with, feel free, and we can show the actual mon.
Come with and show, yeah.
He's like, yeah, you don't want to mess with those guys. We're having problems with them. They're they call themselves the Dokugeru. And they call themselves the Keru, but they're not. They're the Dokugeru. And they're a problem. Let's just say that. If we
They
see
certainly
them,
were on our way in.
if we see them, we're to detain them instantly.
There were 5 at the eastern gate.
The Eastern Gate. Someone's not doing their job.
They were pretending to be guards.
Right.
Yes, they wanted to intercept us before we can get Kengo to the ceremonies. Our friend here, a former student of our honored guest Shozo.
Well,
But it is nothing to concern yourself about. I am sure that we will find our own way into dealing with these troublemakers, and if they do come back again, I'm sure the city guard will be more than happy to help out, if need be.
yeah, well, it depends on what part of the city you're in.
I see, I see. So the guard changes depending on the area of the city?
Each part of the city on each side of the river is has been they have been under different clan rules over different time periods, and their influence still remains in those parts of their town. And we have given some of the guard duties to those clans. So the gate you came through to the south and the east here are lions. To the west is the unicorn, and to the north is the dragon.
I see. Well, that does make a lot of sense. Hopefully there will not cause us any more troubles, especially where we seek to go next.
Yeah, I hope so. If you have any trouble with them, though, don't hesitate to tell us, and we'll put together a little group and go on down where the hot spot is and take them out.
Of course.
We left one of them dead. The body might still be there.
Okay, well,
Unfortunate as it may be.
I'll go get somebody to go on down there and check it out. I got to do some paperwork. Thank you for telling me, and it'll give you a
Thank
bow.
you.
And
Of course.
And then avail ourselves of the amenities of getting freshened up and patching up our robes from the fight we were just in and such.
Such a good idea. It is a perfect time to get some reprieve from the humidity.
so you guys are seated in the main courtroom on pillows towards the governor and honored guests towards the front.
Can I change clothes before we go?
Yes, there are changes of clothes there. They will launder your clothes and make sure that they're ready for the party afterwards.
Taking off my traveling clothes and putting on sanctified robes.
Daisuke will do the same. I'm assuming that he's probably dirtied up his travel clothes, and he wants to get into something more clean and presentable too.
If you have a second pair of clothes, you can definitely put those on, and the staff here will launder your traveling clothes. Or if you don't have a second pair of clothes and still want to change, you can get a set of clothes that will be provided for you here. So
I'll change into my
ceremonial clothes. Oof.
everybody is seated in the main courtroom. In the front of the room, you see, you know what? I can show you. I think I can show you the pictures of these guys. View character artwork. Boom. Show players. There it is. There is Miyagenda. He is an imperial governor. Also,
looks like a hard ass. But running an independent city would mean he'd have to be.
He kind of does.
there is Shozo, the white dragon.
Aww.
He's nice looking,
He
isn't
looks
he?
more
How I
friendly,
imagined
yes.
from
I
your
was just
description.
about to say he looks exactly how I imagined him to.
I thought
Also,
there'd be a little bit deeper on the laugh lines, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought he was going to be a little more elderly and a little more balding, but
Well,
Still
great.
like it.
Matches just stepped on my power button, and my computer's shutting down.
Aw.
Oh. Cats, am I right?
Okay, maybe not.
Well,
It popped
while
up
we are having
a
that technical
thing
difficulty,
saying,
I'll be right back.
you have stuff running, do you want to shut down? So I hit cancel, so I might just have to open everything back up.
Okay.
Yay. Because my own computer takes like 10 minutes to reboot.
While this is happening, there are some other people up on the dais,
Ooh,
including
who's this guy?
This guy. Whoops. There's this guy. There is... Who else is up there? There is... this lady.
Ooh. Is that a crane? An upside down crane?
That's a crane, yes. She's holding a
She's
fan
an
in her
upside
hand.
down crane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even more.
And who else is up there? There is an Atomo. There she is. And there's this lady.
I like her bangs.
Okay, Corey, check our pictures.
I got it.
Okay.
Actually, I don't got it.
Yeah, that's what I
No,
thought.
It's all still messed up.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got me in the Game Master seat again.
Okay. There.
What's funny is
done it.
that everybody is in the same place they were before on my window.
I've done it.
Holy moly, that girl's got a forehead.
That's what I said the same thing in more kind terms.
Yes.
She said nice bangs.
Yeah,
Looks
I
like
said
she
has
does them
such
herself.
nice bangs. Yeah.
She's cute but has a 5 head.
So who is she?
And has that little...
Maybe a cut on her cheek. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Corey, who is she?
She's an Otomo.
You'll-
Who's sitting up on the dais.
you'll-
You would have.
You'll figure that out as we go.
Okay, I apologize. Had
So
to take
there
a
are-
quick
He's
There
like,
are
you
three-
saw this cute lady.
There are 3 young people up there. And there are 3 old guys.
3 young people,
2
3
young
old
women,
people. Okay.
1 young man, and 3 old men.
Young man has a baby face.
Right? There wasn't 3 young women, right? There was 2 young
Two
women.
young
and
women, one young man, and then 3 old farts. I mean, old men.
So you guys are
Take one
seated by your status. But you need to make a simple culture check at TN1 so you know where to sit.
Culture check?
Culture.
Culture.
Okey-doke.
TN1. If you use your air ring, tell me.
I use air.
You're using air? TN2.
I'm just going with
I'm just
recall,
gonna
since you
go
said it's too
I
much.
will do water ring
Earth.
then. Survey.
I should have waited some more.
You seem very adamant about doing that. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll take both
Is-
opportunities.
What's the
Is
TN
fire
for
still
Earth?
TN1 for
T-
theorize?
TN1, yes.
It's
TN1, 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 TN1. Unless you picked air ring.
Okay, so
I
I'm
got
gonna
an
use that
opportunity.
So did I.
Let's lower my strife a little bit. Thanks to that, one opportunity. So what to do with this opportunity here? There you are.
Well, the main opportunity I could do is to increase the tee-in of the next social check of another character makes before the end of the scene by 1. But I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to let that opportunity go.
Okay.
Since we don't bank anymore.
So everybody who made it. Great. Oh.
I have 2 opportunity. And I would like to spend those 2 opportunity doing something.
Okay. The people who didn't make it was Sora. Sora, you're the only one, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to use my 1 opportunity to act carefully and minimize consequences of failure or other dangers that could arise.
I like that. In fact, the consequence for failure was losing honor equal to your honor rank for taking somebody else's seat. But I'm going to reduce that to trifling, so you'll only lose 1 point of honor because you spent your opportunity.
I'm going to spend 2 opportunities to notice an interesting detail about a character in the scene, such as an advantage or disadvantage. It's up to you what the detail is and which NPC.
So, what happens, Crystal, is you're sitting in somebody else's seat and you don't know. And when somebody else comes up to you and says, "Excuse me, I believe you're in my seat," everybody's kind of looking at you and they're all like, "Oh, I thought that was somebody else. I thought she was a better person than that." And you gain a point of glory for sitting in someone of higher status's seat because they all thought you were that person. So get a point of glory. But when they find out that it's not that you were mistaken, it is, a terrible honor lost because of courtesy, and you were so discourteous. But you were able to spin it and say, no, I was keeping your seat for you. I noticed other people looking for your seat, and I wanted to protect your seat for you. Thank you. And
Right.
you,
of course, basically, I'm here to keep your seat warm.
I'm like, no, you were doing something honorable, is what it is. And so you mitigated your honor loss, and you lose 1 point of honor but gain a point of glory. Tarek, your character wanted to use your opportunities.
Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 opportunity to notice a detail about another character in the scene, either an advantage or disadvantage. I don't get to choose. You get to choose who and what advantage or disadvantage.
Okay.
I get.
That sounds fine by me. I'm gonna say, like who up on the dais is grabbing your attention? Who is like?
Probably the crane.
Right. Okay, I'll give you the crane.
Okay.
So this person is highly educated. She has a high amount of education. That's her advantage. Yeah, Kelpie Kit, don't sit on your host's lap. That's the wrong status place. Most of you are sitting a bit together. Sora is sitting a row behind you guys. Bayushi Norin is sitting next to her husband, who came here earlier.
Oh.
She looks very disinterested, despite sitting right next to her husband.
Yes. And he will say, I'm glad you arrived safely. You look lovely.
Thank you. You are punctual as always.
He said.
I think to take note of your disinterest is like, oh.
Yeah, she's like, the best compliment she could think of is that you're like so painfully early.
He will do this as you speak. He goes,
it's always the good men that dry up the desert.
And then I'll say, yeah, I know when to be in where to be and when to be there.
Did you run into any trouble on your way to town?
I noticed, looking around town, that the lion, the dragon, the unicorn, they think they run stuff around here, but they don't. There's a gang war happening. And they can't do anything about it. Though I would not say anything here with Miya-sama. I'm sure he's got it well in hand.
Does he look toward who this Miya-sama is?
Oh yeah, the old guy up in front.
Oh, gotcha. It's
the one that
the
looks like
dude?
a hard ass.
Okay, so that was the first one that popped up onto the screen.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes, it's that guy.
Yeah.
So everybody's kind of talking a little bit, and then it quiets down as Miyagenda will stand up. Guests of the Rich Frog, today we celebrate the return of the city's greatest son, Shoujo, the White Dragon. Everybody nods and lifts their fans, and he has enriched this empire with his many poems and novels. His epics, such as The Monkey's Shadow and The Splinter of Heaven, have defined our generation. And tonight we celebrate him and his accomplishments. May I present to everyone Shoujo, the White Dragon. And Shoujo will stand and he will begin speaking. As he leans on his cane a little, he seems a lot smaller than you'd think he'd be from how people speak of this man in reverence. But age has kind of shrunken him, and yeah.
He got swunked. Just a little swunky.
Thank you, all of you, for coming to my retirement party. I know many of you are sad that there will no longer be any more works brushed from my hand. You've grown up with my writing, and it has, I hope, changed your life for the better. But now, it's time for me to rest. But do not worry, for as the sun sets on my works, I entrust the future to my most promising students, as he gestures towards the young man and women on stage. I have invited my best to compete for the honor of being my successor. To complete any stories I have yet to finish, and intuit new stories after my own fashion. They shall become a dragon for a new generation. I present to you Otomo Ayuri of Odo Sanuchi. And he will point to this young lady here. Doji.
Can you spell Otomo Ayuri?
Ayuri. Ayuri.
Oto-san Uchi?
Of Odo Sanuchi. Doji Sakurako of Kyun Doji. Daughter. Oh, I'm sorry. I present to you Otomo Ayuri of Odo Sanuchi, daughter of Otomo Udo. Doji Sakurako of Kyun Doji, daughter of Doji Kogre. And that is her. And the final person...
Kugure? Doji Kugure?
Kogure. 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 And Ikomo Mitsuo of Sacred Watch Palace. Son of Ikomo Yuri.
Ikoma?
Or Ikoma Yuri, yes.
Could you
what
do
palace?
that introduction over again?
Ikoma Itsuo?
Ikoma Mitsuo. Mitsuo. Do you not see his name on the... No, it just says
No,
neutral
it says
person.
they all say neutral person.
You know what? I can fix that.
Ikoma Mitsuo.
Now that you know their names, I will go to prototype token. I will go display name. Always for everyone. Update token. Let's see how that works. View character artwork. Show players. Can you see it now?
Nope. No.
No.
It still says neutral person.
What?
Maybe if you close it and reopen it?
I don't know. Anyways.
But you said he's from Ikoma?
He is from Sacred Watch Palace.
Sacred Watch Palace.
At this time, as Shoujo's introducing the competitors, if you arrive late, you arrive now. Okay. You have arrived on time, and thus did not get a glory penalty for being late by questioning the thugs.
Yeah, like, I wish I could have, but I think it was more important for us to be here.
Yes. Anyways, Shoujo will turn towards the crowd, towards you guys, and say, and one more competitor, Kengo, who is not on this stage. There are audible gasps in the room from some of the guests, and you guys can make a sentiment air TN2 sentiment air check.
Ooh. I hate my odds.
I succeeded.
I will try to use the opportunity to see what I can glean from
Remember,
everyone else's.
there's always the insta success.
I'm pretty sure I don't need to succeed on a sentiment roll to know why they're gasping.
But there's information, really juicy information.
So the person who made
Narrative
it,
used to people gasping because of her reputation, so she's like, okay.
there's no penalty for losing this roll.
Yeah, you just don't know this stuff.
The only person who made it was Youngso. So I'm going to give him...
A nice little whisper.
I'm going to give him Whisper. There we go.
You know, can I do a shuji?
Yeah, that came through, says private.
Frankly, I'm shocked that I don't have anything in culture or in courtesy.
Let's see here.
Corey, can I use Whispers of the Court to,
Get rumors?
Get some rumors that's flying around?
I mean, you can talk to the people directly next to you.
True, but I don't want to make it too suspicious. But, yeah, you know what? Like,
There you go. You want to use a shuji in the middle of... You really can't right now.
Okay.
It's not an appropriate time to start talking to other people.
Well, I'll just go ahead and listen into what
play.
everyone else is saying. That's actually what I was hoping to do. Just listen into the rumors.
There are no rumors right now. But we'll get there. That's happening very soon.
It will.
Perfect.
Eventually.
I failed, but I got 2 opportunity.
Yes.
So I'd like to do the same thing of noticing an interesting detail about a character in the scene.
Okay.
Just so I make sure I got the 3
Maybe a
characters
Kengo?
straight in that message. The first one is the guy. The second one is the one with the scar. And the third one is the crane.
Okay,
Yes.
so Otomo is
Yes.
the
So
girl,
I had
is the
those
first
last
girl
two
with the crane.
You got it right. You got it right.
Okay.
No. Otomo is the girl with the scar. Doji is the crane. Ikoma Mitsuo
I
is
used
the
their
male.
given names. I said Sakurako, Ayuri, and Mitsuo. So Mitsuo's the guy, Ayuri and Sakurako are the women, and Sakurako is the crane. The other one's the Imperial.
Yeah, Kengo is the Imperial.
Is that supposed to be Otomo Ayuri with an O?
Yes.
Otomo.
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 Okay.
Otomo Ayuri.
Yeah.
They are the
Corey's pronunciation isn't always great, so he said Otomo, so I wrote an A, and then I was like, I don't think that's right.
No, it's Otomo.
Otomo.
So Shozo will continue. Yes. Yes.
I was going to ask what the name of the doji was. I apologize.
Doji Sakurako.
Sakurako. Okay, thank you.
Yes, come up front, my boy, and take your seat among your peers. May I present our 4th competitor, Kengo of Otosanuchi, son of... And then he hesitates, and he looks at Kengo, who shakes his head. Son of no one. Only one of these 4 may gain the honor of becoming the next dragon, which I will determine at the festival tomorrow. Miyagenda then rises. Tomorrow there will be a festival in your honor, and an expedition of grace and exhibitions of skill and grace. Until then, let's retire to the garden for drinks and celebration. The day for celebrating our honored guest, Shozo, the White Dragon.
And the crowd goes wild.
And everybody starts filing out the back towards the gardens.
Let's go to the gardens. Like, Kuranagi is wanting to go to the gardens to like go in and listen in and hear the scuttlebutt, but she's acting like she doesn't want to go. So she's like,
Oh no!
"Oh, we have to go to the gardens and
Then,
keep up this display and blah blah blah." blah, blah. And just
comes
like,
up to his friend and is like, "Oh, come on, you know you'll enjoy it. They're very beautiful, and we get to see the
Yes.
differences in the gardens from where we are used to."
That is a good point, of course. At least we'll get to enjoy ourselves by looking at the beautiful flowers on display in the gardens. I'm sure.
And hey, maybe they'll have
in such an
sake
exotic
available
location.
out there too.
Who
Oh, I
doesn't
could
like
not partake.
flowers?
Of course, flowers are so wonderful.
Useful.
Yes. In so
Useful and beautiful.
Before we change scenes, I want to make sure that that I mention the opportunity use again. If that,
Yes.
if I'm able to.
Yes, you want to check out somebody's advantage or disadvantage. And who's the person you are checking out the most here?
Is it Kengo, that guy who was with us?
Yes.
Yes.
Him.
Okay. Wow.
I like to be informed. What can I say?
So I'm going to give you one of
Gonna
his
be back in this day.
disadvantages. He is
Yeah.
mild-mannered.
I'm not familiar with that disadvantage. Can you give me like a detail about it?
So, NPCs don't have the same disadvantages as regular people. They just have like words that kind of describe them, and game masters can use them to their advantage or disadvantage however they want. And you can now use that too. So just imagine what mild-mannered is and how you can use that against him as a disadvantage, and then when you do that, explain it to me and I will say whether it works or not.
Sure. I guess I'm not sure what mild-mannered means.
Clark Kent is a mild-mannered reporter.
It's an adjective meaning that to behave in or having a mild or gentle manner.
Yes, he's a nice guy.
He's timid.
He's timid. Yes. Okay. That's exactly how I was going to describe it. He is non-confrontational. He doesn't want to fight people. He'd rather, exactly.
The opposite of me. Good to know.
Does not show emotion. Very
it's a less extreme form of meek.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Well, it's also like very
also
controlled.
Say to Kuranagi, hey, Otomo-san there is rather pretty, don't you think?
Oh, well,
I may have to write a song for her.
I'm sure it will go well for you. Doji-san also is...
I know, I have no shot, but...
Doji-san is also quite well educated in addition to being as beautiful as a crane.
Yes,
maybe
but
perhaps as beautiful as a crane can get.
Perhaps if you can look past that detail.
Though it might be hard to look past. Did you see how many mons she wore?
She like throws a glance to Daisuke.
About Doji-san that
the thing
that's a little off-putting.
Yeah, the thing that's striking about Doji Sakurako is that her primary color in her kimono is not powder blue, but rather pink.
That I am quite unfamiliar with as the player. So like, what?
This is new for the crane for this setting. And since you are a doji, I'm going to give it to you already. There's a new trend within the dojos where certain elite groups are forming into sort of like fraternities and sororities. And they're creating their own traditions within the greater schooling system.
I like that.
And she is part of a sorority called the Pink Cranes. And this is a totally new... No other clan does this yet. And it's...
They're trend-setting.
They are... One, they're trend-setting.
She's one of the pink ladies.
Yeah. One, they're trend-setting. And two, they're being, like, super elitist and, like... Yeah. You know,
they're crane.
They're being exclusionatory on purpose to make themselves seem even better than they really are.
Yeah. But they're crane. They're being crane.
But maybe they are. They seem to have the ear of really powerful people, or they were created by those very powerful movers and shakers. They seem to have.
So they're basically pawns.
I have the job of finding out where the pink cranes get their power from. I'm supposing I recognize this outfit.
Yes, you recognize this outfit. This is the Pink Cranes. She is one of them.
By the way, Matt, I'm glad that you did not overhear what I said about the doji. It totally flew right over your radar. Yeah, it seems to have flown right over your radar, or right under your radar. So, I'm glad for that because I just insulted
like
your family like a lot.
Or
no, in character, I just insulted your family like a lot, like over and over, like 3 different times.
Comments to Kuranagi.
The player wasn't paying attention. Daisuke
exactly. You're bad.
I'm looking to see if I have an opportunity to have a word with the governor.
Oh, you're trying to get in with Mia Genda.
You want to talk to me Agenda at the party? At the party in the garden?
I'm
Reception?
seeing if there's an opportunity for me to do so.
There will definitely be an opportunity for you to speak with him. But first, let me describe the garden area, because I think you'll like it. Whoops. Hit the wrong button there.
By the way, did anybody else see my message in the chat window?
All your names or about the reality TV show?
Like
About
a
the
reality TV show, yeah. All right. The garden has a lot of the flora from the area. There are butterflies, and there's water features that travel through it that feed from the river straight through things. So like the walkways you walk have water streaming through tiny cracks in the individual rocks and stuff like that. And the centerpiece is a statue of somebody nobody recognizes. You have no idea who this is. But he is it is the statue's dedication. It says he is Keru Seiji, the wise frog.
Like this?
So apparently this is who the estate is named after, but no one knows who this person is or even has heard of who he is or why he's important.
Seigi, S-E-I-G-I?
S-E... No. It's S-E-E-G-I, I believe.
Seiji.
Yeah, Seiji.
Seigi.
Kit said in chat that sometimes I get the subtle feeling Crane is not the favorite clan of your group. And I'm just laughing here. Like, too real.
You gotta all thank Tarek for that.
So there are different people in this party of different clans. There are Unicorn. There's somebody from every clan here.
But the unicorn, get the horn.
But Ide Yongso will recognize that Moto Nomin is here.
Oh.
And she is the daughter of the Khan of the Unicorn.
Very cool.
She is a very important person.
Moto.
Does she need an oxygen mask?
Moto what?
What?
Nomin. N-O-M-I-N.
Because of how blue her skin looks.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
She's a waffle.
her lips are still super pink, so she's obviously just under blue light.
Yeah, it's just
And
the
her
lighting.
eyes are red, so like hungover and under blue light.
Everybody noticed that Doji Sakurako has a Yojimbo. And let's see. There is a notable lion Shugenja here. And that's what he looks like. And he seems to be hanging on to Miyagenda quite like he's very much trying to hang on to Miyagenda. At this party, there will be displayed the works of Shozo, and also works from Mitsuo, Sakurako, Ayuri, and Kengo. So anybody can read these if they like. Also who's here is a scorpion that seems to hang around Narin a lot. Though Naren does her best to ignore him, I bet.
Oh, a scorpion hanging out with Naren. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, outside of, a Kuronagi.
Yeah.
I have some
formal
artwork,
events.
though he's wearing a mask right now. So,
Aw.
Two scorpion in the same room. They
Very
might kiss.
normal looking.
They
He
probably
looks
won't.
nice.
Trouble in Paradise now.
She just deadpans at you.
It's nil.
like a Daisuke kind of relishes the deadpan.
Yeah, whatever attention you can get, man, I get it.
so I'm going to show the people at home what your husband looks like. 'Cause
Earth circuit.
this is Bayushi Hidehito. Or, I'm sorry, Hidarihito. Hidarihito. And this is Sakuriko's Yojimbo. And this is the Shugenja. I'm showing the people at home this because I forgot.
The people at home.
I had the slates up. Oh, and this is the unicorn that has low blood oxygen levels.
Oh, is the Yojimbo this
blood.
silver-haired guy in
Yes.
the crane outfit? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not see the picture
Do we know
before.
the Yojimbo or the lion's name?
No, not yet. You can go
They
ask them.
haven't been
We can introduce ourselves.
Yes.
Oh,
But
yeah.
first, Ide Youngso wants to speak with Mia Genda.
Genda.
What is the proper term of address for him?
Sama.
In
I
polite
was
company
being
in general, it's Sama.
Yeah, Mia Sama, since he is the
Or-
governor.
Or Mina-sama?
Well, yes, if you don't know their name.
Yeah.
But yeah, he will say, "Oh yes, Hide-san, welcome to my estate. I hope you're having a good time."
So far, it is quite lovely. I don't think this is the time or place for what I really wish to talk with you about, but merely to let you know that I would like to have a private conversation at some point.
Oh, this seems like it might be of a terrible nature.
Merely a matter of my family wishes to regain ownership of a stables that
Oh,
is
you are.
currently not.
You are a lot of business, Ide-san.
That is why I said I know right now is not the time,
Yes.
but I wanted to let the business be known at this time.
Well, I will have to make some time in my schedule. A servant will come forward and he says, "Oh, please make time in my schedule for Ide
Youngsu.
Youngsu here." Ide Youngsu, have you met Kitsu Satoru?
I have not.
Kitsu Satoru is I work closely with the man, and he works in the Line District here in town. He is not only the spiritual leader here, but he is the political leader as well.
An honor to meet you, sir.
Now, this unicorn stable, if it's in Lion Land, if it's in the Lion area of the town, I think you might want to talk to Kitsu-san instead of me.
Out of character, you never told me what part of town it was in.
I did not. You have no idea. You have to go research this.
In fact, you didn't even actually tell me the name of the stable.
It's the unicorn. It's got a very generic name, like the Unicorn Ancestral Stable. That's really what it like. So, who is next? Who wishes to speak to whom?
All right. So Daisuke is curious to talk with his fellow clan member. So I am going to have him go try to talk with Doji Sakurako.
Okay, you start waddling up to Doji Sakurako, and her Yojimbo will get right in front of you and say, "Oh, hold on, man. Like, what are you doing just walking up to my lady over here?"
Well, aren't you both fellow clan members? I would like to, speak with the both of you.
Look, I don't know you. Just because you're wearing crane clothes don't mean nothing.
All right,
What's your name, pal? What's your deal?
My name is Doji Daisuke, and I was part of the entourage for Shozo.
Yeah, likely story. Doji Sakurako walks up and kind of brushes him back.
That's quite enough.
And she says, Doji Daisuke-san, cousin.
Hello, cousin. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Ignore him.
Well, it's not bad to have a very fierce Yojimbo at your side. He's very defensive of you, so I find that quite admirable.
He's very jealous.
As they all should be. Like he says in a cheeky manner.
He has no business doing that. None.
I see.
Anyways, you look very well for that grueling march. I can't believe that you marched all that way with my old sensei.
Well, it was an honor. Oh, sorry.
Thank you for doing that, and thank you for protecting him.
Well, it was an honor bestowed upon me by the crane, so I had to at least brush myself off a little bit and make sure that I was part of the entourage. And you're very much welcome. He was a pleasure to be around.
He is such a nice man. And I am so honored to be one of his students. But I'm very troubled now that he's going away.
Oh.
And all I can do is hope I'm good enough. That I'm good enough to carry on his legacy. I've trained so hard for this moment. So I hope...
Yes, and it would be very befitting to have a Crane clan member become the next White Dragon. It would be a great honor.
It would be...
To see...
It would be...
to see someone rise up to the occasion.
It would be the most amazing thing that would happen to me. So I hope I can have your support tomorrow during the competition.
Of course. I'm a clansmen clans members should always have one another's backs in any occasion.
I hear, this is what I've heard, that the competition, while the prize of becoming Shozo's successor is only open to his students.
Yes.
That anyone may compete against us to show their mettle as poets and maybe find some small bit of glory in competition.
I thought this was a closed competition, not an open one.
It is open, but the prize cannot be won by anyone.
Ah, I see. So the students retain the title, or whoever amongst the students win the title, while everyone else wins a little bit of glory for entering a piece or two to the competition.
That is exactly correct. Shozo is so very kind, and he wants to make sure that if there's some diamond in the rough within this town, that perhaps maybe their work will come to light.
Well.
But, that said, Kengo
Yes?
is here. Kengo should not be able to have the prize. That's just my opinion, though, and it doesn't matter. I'm not the one who makes the rules. If Shozo says he can compete, then he can compete. But Kengo, Kengo was not Shozo's student.
I mean, wasn't he at one point an Imperial? I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't educated by Shozo.
Hante-sama. Hante-sama was Shozo's student. This Kengo person shakes her head.
I see. Let's see. Is it okay, like in the middle of the conversation, to perform the Whispers of the Court Shuji to see if I could probably glean in a little more information?
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah,
definitely.
All right. So, as a scheme action, you may take a courtesy air check targeting each character in the scene. The TN for this check is equal to the lowest vigilance amongst your targets.
It's called Whispers of the Court.
Yep.
If you put it up on the screen here.
I'm not looking to create a rumor, but I just want to kind of bring in some rumors that I hear from, the local area too.
So go ahead and make your roll.
Yeah, like you've been walking around at the party, maybe you overheard some people talking.
And it was, let's see, courtesy.
And the lowest vigilance is 2. You need at least a 2.
All right. Whew, close call.
So Whispers of the Court means you create a rumor.
And with your opportunity, you pick up another.
Oh, wait. Yeah, effects. If you succeed, you create a rumor that sweeps across the room like a storm. Everyone in the scene hears it, and characters with vigilance lower than your bonus successes even give it some credence. If spreading a rumor is your objective in an intrigue, you score rhetorical points equal to your air ring plus bonus successes. And if you spend an opportunity, you learn one other rumor that is spreading in the current area. So you're using Whispers of the Court, right?
Yes, it was mostly to gather information or gather more rumors. So that was my intention behind it, not creating a rumor, but gathering more.
You still have to make one up. It can be ridiculous, though, and completely unbelievable. It'll start spreading because you were successful, and everybody will think, oh, did you know hawks prefer to eat carrots?
Nothing so absurd.
That's why they eat rabbits, because they taste like carrots to the hawks.
So this is what you will learn.
Okay.
So since you want to learn something first, you'd have the opportunity to do that. And what you learn is that, what Doji Sakurako just told you, it didn't originate from her. This rumor is starting to spread around the garden that Kengo is disqualified from becoming the successor. And other people are repeating it, and they're giving whatever weird justification for it. They're like just making stuff up.
While it benefits having a fellow clans member to take the prize, I don't see it as very sporting to have Kengo be thrown out of the competition like that. I'll have to think about it.
While you think about it, you still get a rumor to spread. What kind of rumor would you like to spread?
Well, what I meant was like I'm thinking about a rumor to help counter it.
Hold on that.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on that.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have a scene that will deal with that a little later.
Oh.
For right now, make up something else that you would like to spread.
Maybe
that's something that has to do with your ninja
Rival.
or
my
giddy.
what?
Your ninja
Your rival.
Your ninja or giddy?
Damn it! I have to. Well, unfortunately, I have to check out that prestige. Let's see, my ninja. Oh shoot! I forgot to write down my giri. I should have taken care of that. I'm so sorry about that.
Right, that's really important. But whatever.
Yeah, my bad. But I have my ninja though. Prestige and power to lord over others. So that would be my social standing. Well, I mean, I'm assuming that it's already open or an open secret that anyone can enter the competition. It's just no one else outside of Shinjo's students should become the next, white
Shozo
dragon.
students, can become,
Shozo's. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So,
Okay, I'm gonna move on.
I'm still trying to think of a good
I'm gonna move
rumor.
on. I'm gonna talk to Crystal. Crystal, what are you doing at the party?
Well, I'm also interested in Doji Sakurako. So,
Okay.
I will come up and basically say, "Oh, Doji-sama, why don't you introduce me to your friend?"
Daisuke?
Yes,
oh,
you.
Okay. So I thought. Sakuruko-sama. Like this is Moshi Sora-san, and she was part of the entourage for Shozo. And she seems to be interested to discuss things with you. I hope you don't mind if I introduce her to you.
She says, "Oh, it is a pleasure to meet you." What did you say her name was?
Moshi Sora?
Did you introduce her?
He did introduce me.
Yes. This is Moshi Sora-san.
Moshi Sora-san. It is a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine, Doji Sakura-sama.
As she looks up at you.
Right, because I'm super tall. I must say, I have looked over your poetry, and it is beautiful.
Okay. Sorry.
Did you? Because there's... You haven't yet.
I would.
You didn't say you did that.
Okay, well, I looked at the poetry, and I'm assuming...
Do you want to spend a void point to go backwards in time so that you actually looked at the poetry?
Sure, can I do that?
Yes. You can spend a void point. Then, looking at her poetry, you can make a... you can make a roll. A
Composition?
Calligraphy. No, calligraphy.
Oh, okay.
Composition is it composition?
Yeah, composition for writing, and also for how your writing looks.
Yes, composition. It is a composition roll.
And out of character, I honestly thought that because of her being a part of the Pink Cranes, that she would have been super dismissive to Daisuke. So I'm kind of glad that she wasn't.
It is a TN2 composition air roll.
Composition air. My scrolling is not working well.
Composition should be under artisan skills.
Yeah, it doesn't want to... Oh, what the heck? You can minimize those? TN2?
TN2. Oh, almost. Hey, look at that.
Nice.
So,
Mainly, I'm assuming anyone who's worthy of being here is a good writer. And she doesn't have to be the best writer here for me to say it's good writing.
no, definitely. These are the works that you look at over there on the display are like them at their pinnacle. Mm-hmm. They very much refined these poems, so there's not something that they just wrote and put out there. These are kind of their best. So let me type in here what this is. Whoops. There we go. There you go, Crystal. And I put that to everybody. Naturally. Don't look at that, guys. Dang it.
I don't see anything in the chat yet.
Hold on. There we go. I deleted it.
It was a story about a cat playing with a chipmunk. I promise.
So now we can continue the conversation.
Okay. Doji Sakurako-sama, you have written an excellent story. And I just wanted to speak to you and let you know that I believe you are a worthy successor.
Oh, I don't know about that. We'll see tomorrow. But thank you for your kind words. I've worked so hard on my poetry, and to be recognized would be such an honor. And here, I mean, you've traveled from the palace of the centipede near I believe near Phoenix Lands.
Yes.
And came all the way out so far away from the ocean to escort my sensei here. So I want to thank you for protecting him on his way here. He is very old now, and I'm sure he needs constant supervision.
He is a good man, and it is a great honor to have been allowed to make this journey.
I hear that the Moshi Shugenja. Are you a Shugenja?
I am indeed.
Your dress does not seem like a Shugenja dress, and I apologize for that. I did not know.
Yes, no sleeves is not typical, but I feel that working with fire, it is prudent.
Do the Phoenix tolerate such styles? Because I know this is not something that the crane would do.
I think the Phoenix are a little more accepting in their style, but I do not know that they often go so far.
Oh, may I introduce you to my Yojimbo? This is Kakita Morishita, and he looks up with you with a dumb grin and says, "Hi," and he bows.
Hi.
Daisuke stifles a chuckle. Someone has some taste.
I'm sorry, what was the name?
Kakita Morishita.
Kakita Morishita.
He looks at Doji Sakurako and says, Sakurako-san, can I talk to Moshi Sora for a second?
Daisuke grins wider.
She's like, if you must. Sora, Moshi.
One last thing, though, Doji-sama, before we depart. On the topic of style, I noticed that you're wearing pale pink instead of the traditional pale blue.
Oh, do you like it?
It's lovely.
Yes, I know. It's not a traditional crane color, but I'm trying to make a statement. In fact, hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more doji women wearing this fine color.
Well,
Maybe
I hope
your
to
friend
see some.
Maybe your friend Daisuke here can tell you more about it.
Well,
I'll be sure
I also
to
do
talk to
find
him
it
about it.
quite fetching next to the powder blue cousin wears here.
It is.
But
Its time has come. Let us just say that.
oh,
So out of season.
And she will grab a canapé and be off. And
figure out.
Kakita Morishita
is
will
like,
say,
talk to me, babe.
hey, Moshi-san, you want to, like, hang out later? Like, after the party and stuff?
Hey, so like, do you like sunlight and stuff? Because I'm down with sunlight and like
I
getting
mean,
tan.
he says, I've never met someone so,
Radiant.
I mean,
Lengthy.
you're pretty,
So sunlight.
Long neck.
yeah, it's like,
Have you
you're
ever
pretty
heard of giraffes?
and I was wondering if we could, like, wrestle.
Well, let us see where the night takes us.
Come,
I'd like to wrestle you.
Like, if Daisuke was still listening in, he'd be like, I'm assuming he's still around the area. He'd be like trying so hard not to bust a gut.
I got subtle observer, and I am definitely covering my mouth at this point, trying to keep from laughing.
I'll say, well, I'm not especially trained in unarmed combat.
Oh, I could teach you something. We could practice holds.
I am sure you could. But perhaps we should spend more time at this party and just have some fun and talk to the people.
This is not fun. Fine.
Sorry, I'm trying, I'm trying to like look at the scene. I would like, man, I think Daisuke is there next to Sakurako, and he's doing his best to try not to bust a gut. He's like, I like this dynamic. It's so wonderful.
What happened to your camera? Oh, Tarek, let's move on to you.
Okie dokie. I think that Kuranagi is using her ability to hear well to try to eavesdrop on different conversations going on throughout the night. Mainly people surrounding Kengo, who we've been charged to kind of look after and protect, and probably people who are incurring favor with Shozo.
So Shozo is definitely being surrounded by a bunch of people, trying to get his attention at all times. He is the center of all of this. But you notice that Shozo is every once in a while looking for Kengo, and he spots some.
Trying to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's who he cares
So-
about the most.
So then I will probably be doing the same thing, keeping an eye on Kengo very tightly while trying to listen in on things that might clue me into what to expect in tomorrow's competition.
As you're looking around, you can make, since you're just scanning the crowd rather than looking for something in particular, you can make a. We're going to make a sentiment check. TN1. It's not that hard.
Okay. Ide-san, do you have sentiment? Are you trained in sentiment?
You already made the roll, man.
I know. It has to be him.
Oh, okay.
Does the Ide I'm calling on my bond. Does the Ide have sentiment?
I don't think so. Sorry,
You're not trained in
for a
sentiment?
half second there. Sentiment. Yes, I do have one.
Okay, cool.
I have one rank.
Perfect. Then I will ignore the strife that I gained from that roll,
Excellent. Oh, well, cool.
and I will succeed with have 2 successes and 1 opportunity.
You notice Motonomen is hanging around the poetry display quite a bit. One particular work in particular. One particular work. But you don't know which one because you've not been over there and you have not read them.
Okay, I will use my other bond to catch Bayushin Neorin's eyes and communicate to her a message saying to look out for Motonomen and point at the display piece that she's looking at.
She just gives a small nod. Oh, also, do we lose strife when we do that?
We do. You can lose either you or I can lose 1 point of strife. How strifed are you?
Halfway.
Okay, then you go ahead and get 1 back.
Spicy.
Spicy.
Narin notices her husband is talking with Karu with you don't know. He wasn't introduced, but he was on the dais. He is talking to this man quite a bit.
Okay. And
This man looks like an extra from Breaking Bad that gets shot in the 3rd act of the 4th episode of a season.
so husband is talking to one of the contestants, pretty much. Right?
I don't think he's a
That's
contestant.
not a
No, he's not a contestant.
That's not a
Oh,
contestant.
Okay. Not a contestant.
No. He's one of the 3 old men that was sitting up at the...
Oh, so a judge, maybe.
Maybe. You don't know.
He's not Miyagenda, and he's not
Shozo.
He's not Shozo, so he's a third guy that I don't think we got a name for him. He was just
Nope.
up there on the dais.
He is just up there.
I don't know, you just
him.
love messing with my camera, don't you?
I was going to have Narin doing something pretty similar to Kuronagi, but in her own special way. Specifically, there is not much fun that Narin can have here, except for finding a way to mess with the dojis. So she kind of wants
Don't you dare.
Oh, I will. And I'm not sorry.
Oh, you
so
will. You will be. You will watch this cat pet.
so she would like to use her provocation passion as she's kind of going about through the gardens, and kind of, listening into, different people chatting, introducing herself, politely when called for, and just kind of observing the people around her, specifically who the contestants are interacting with, and then trying to use her provocation passion to pinpoint a point of sensitivity in each one of the contestants for future use.
Okay.
While there's this big social thing going on and everyone's chatting.
Make a sentiment check. I'll
Okay.
use the vigilance, their highest vigilance as the well, it's not her. Their vigilance, the highest vigilance is 3.
Okay. Does it help that I have the provocation passion?
Yes. So you'll get to no. I don't think so.
Because I'm trying to do the specific feature
It's a
listed in
passion.
the provocation passion.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a passion,
Mhm.
which means it has 2 pieces to it. One is if you make a roll for your passion, you get to lose 3 strife, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I remove 3 strife if I perform a check to get a rise out of someone, and then the other effect is you can always identify a point of sensitivity that you can push upon in another person, though not whether they will take your comment as slightly aggressive banter or a grave insult.
So since you're just looking out at everything right now, I'll tell you what's up in relation to that, and then I will tell you extra information for your passion.
Okay, so sentiment, let's see, I think analyze air is pretty fair, considering...
Yes, I'll accept that.
Okay, what is the TN?
Since you're just looking out at everything, I'm going to make it a TN1.
Okay.
Analyzing.
Good roll.
Okay. I don't know if extra successes do anything or not, but I don't have any opportunity.
So this is what's going on. This is what you can gather here. Doji Sakurako, is talking to the other Doji and the centipede. Ikoma Mitsuo, he is going from group to group and seems very schmoozy. Like he is talking up a storm with everybody. He's going from this guy to this guy and seems very animated and very into this whole scene. Kengo is mostly on his own. He has awkward conversations with 1 or 2 people that kind of come by, say hi, and no one knows how to act, and then they kind of split up, and people just kind of avoid him.
Well.
Otomo Ayuri, what are you doing, Matches?
She loves you. My bad. Just like this guy who's knocking my camera down most of the time.
Ayuri seems to be, I guess, kind of shy and withdrawn. You notice her lurking. And
it's a weird way to describe an Otomo.
People want to talk to her because she's an Imperial, she's an Otomo. But she kind
she's a contestant.
She kind of shrinks back from that. And instead wants to kind of lurk, right? She'll come to a large group of people talking and kind of
just kind of hang outside.
Yeah, just kind of hangs out right outside of it, but doesn't want to join.
She's like Kuronagi.
You're getting a Wednesday Addams vibe from her.
She's a lot like Kuronagi then.
I have to admit that just makes Young So just kind of be like,
I like her even more now.
And of course,
Yeah, I really gotta write that song for her.
and of course, you'll notice Moto Nomen also hanging out at the poetry, but you're not sure what the poetry is that she's looking at. Tara.
Who was the one hanging out next to the poetry? Sorry,
Moto Nomen, who is not a competitor. She is a unicorn of some sort.
Yeah, and
did I notice basically the same thing as I surveyed the surroundings, or just focused in on
when you were looking at Kengo? You said Kengo and Shoujo specifically, so you
Okay.
noticed the same thing about Kengo.
Okay, so a unicorn
and I will
non-competitor, right?
Also say, since we are friends there, Kuranagi, you're noticing I am giving a very respectful distance to the Moto. Like, I'm trying to avoid notice by her.
Interesting.
Even though we are same clan, I am going nowhere near her.
Okay.
Okay, is there anything, like, I'm giving one more chance for Kuranagi and Nomen to actually do a thing if they want to do something. Naurin, I'm sorry.
I will still keep an eye on Kengo, but I think I'm going to actually go and look at what the Moto is up to.
Okay.
So no points of like pressure?
Oh, pressure. Yes.
Or were we
points
getting to that?
Points of pressure. So you get the sense that a point of pressure to talk about. So you get that Ikoma Mitsuo. Everybody's talking to him. He's got to be the favorite for the competition. He's got to be the one that everybody thinks is winning.
If everybody wants a piece of a time, yeah.
And his point of pressure is Kengo. As you notice, he's constantly looking over there when he thinks nobody's looking.
That's big.
Okay.
That makes sense.
He doesn't think that a Yuri or Sakurako are any threats. But he thinks Kengo is.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So, Kuranagi, you go over to the poetry. You can start reading
the
poetry.
Go over to poetry.
Make a
go over, start reading poetry.
Yeah, make a composition error roll at TN2. Oh, well, that's too bad. But you don't lose, like, you didn't fail with 0 successes. If you had no successes, like, you'd be like, poetry's stupid, I hate this, and you gain strife. But, hey, they're nice poems, they're put together well, you just can't seem to grasp the context of it.
Or whatever. Yeah.
But you do know whose is whose. And, the Moto is hanging around near Kengo's poetry.
Suspicious.
Well, can I say, like, which one was the hardest for me to, like, understand?
They were all...
Or were they all kind of equally...
They were all of the same caliber.
And kind of... Okay.
They're all so good. Even, like, you might say that Shoujo's would be the best out of all of them because he's their teacher. He has to be, right?
Yeah.
Maybe his is. But you can't tell. You're not of sufficient quality to, like, rate these.
Okay. Well, my character kind of looks around and will look kind of worried. She'll have like a look on her face of like, I am in over my depth, and she will obviously kind of carry that look up and look kind of innocently over toward the Moto, and then back toward some of the poetry, and then back toward the Moto. Like,
the Moto
you seem
will
to be
look at
getting
you.
this.
The Moto will look at you and smile and say, "Oh, hello. I hope you're enjoying the poetry. I love poetry. It's one of my passions."
Oh, really? That is good to know. I am here mostly to make sure that I can help protect those in Shozo's circle and those individuals who are here to be contestants. And I guess
She looks around
poetry
and says, "Are there threats here?"
well, no, not here, but on the road to here,
Scorpion-san,
it was difficult.
Scorpion-san, loosen up. This is a party. We're supposed to have fun.
That's a good point. I guess I am maybe just too much in my own head. I maybe that's why I'm having such
motions
trouble with
over a
these
servant
words.
with a jug and pours some sake and says, "Here, have some sake. This will help."
Oh, okay. If you think so, I'll try it. I usually have my own cup, but I'll try some. She'll take a cup, take the cup of sake, put it to her lips, not really drink anything, but be like, oh, that's very flavorful.
Make a skullduggery or something subterfuge.
Yeah, I'll make a skullduggery check.
I was gonna say you better have like some sort of shuji or kata to check
skullduggery air to like con her into believing this.
Like she has a vigilance of 3, so
TN 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm on the other side of the garden, actually drinking it and giving almost a sermon on the qualities of this sake and where it came from.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Well, dang.
You expertly fake drink.
Yeah. I
feel like it should be pretty easy to fake drink, because who knows how big of a sip you had. I mean,
they're sake cups. They're not like they're little platters. They're hard to fool people with.
So
just
after
the fact
I do
that there's sake here, I lose 3 strife.
After I do that, I go, maybe you could help me out with trying to understand more about the poetry that's being presented here.
Oh, of course. Which one is your favorite? Which one do you have like the most trouble with, and which one do you want to like really dive into?
Well, if I was to say what my favorite was, I guess it would probably be she looks around at all of the poems and then kind of just takes a stab at the dark based off of status alone, and she goes, maybe Otomo-san's? Or Otomo-sama's? But at the same time, I feel like Kengo's might be really good. I just don't really understand it.
Oh, Kengo's is the best.
Really?
So Otomo-san's like, I guess as a scorpion, you probably think hers is the best, and I get that. I understand. Like, scorpions, from what I understand, most scorpions have a dark side to them, and Otomo-san definitely tries to embrace her dark side. You can see it in her writing, like, it... I mean, the main character is a ghost. But more than that, it, like, going beyond, like, the main character of it, it's all about losing your identity, slowly, like, disappearing. And becoming, like, a nothing. Not even, like, recognizing yourself. Which is, I mean, it's really deep, but it's, I mean, it's a little
morose
out there.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was interesting because maybe sometimes people do tend to kind of lose themselves in the grand scheme of things when everything is all moving so quickly. She says kind of innocently, maybe not understanding something fully in that sense, and she's like,
I mean,
but
living in a large city like Oto Sanuchi, where there's so many people and you can just be lost as like one of a multitude, I can see that. I can see where she's coming from. But we unicorn, we live free. We don't live, I mean, we do have cities, but we roam. We move from place to place. We try not to get lost in our own, like, in our own selves.
That's a good point. There is much depth to be found inside of ourselves, and
from across the garden, I salute that statement.
From a unicorn's perspective, I'm sure that there is much to be lost inside of oneself.
That's where Kengo's writing comes in.
Ah.
So Kengo has wrote a poem about, and Kengo's poem is, I think, the hardest to understand because it's all metaphor. It's not told through somebody's lens. It's told through himself and his how he feels, how the author feels. But it's done just totally in metaphor without any type of story or narrative attached to it.
It was quite esoteric and indirect.
And it's about just finding yourself, figuring out who you are, but in the face of loss, as if losing things that you care about can show you more of who you are, that those things held you back. And I find that freeing, and I find that lovely, and I find that romantic.
I guess it is a rather romantic sentiment to discover yourself through loss or in spite of what you might lose. It is aspirational. It's hopeful, even if it is a bit
I know
listless.
This might be a very personal question, Scorpion Son, but have you ever left something behind that you cared about?
Yeah. I know what it's like to have lost something that was meaningful to you and not really know how to get it back. But then again, there's always something new to be found in the world. It's a big wide world out there. And I think that friendship helps you to not only define yourself, but understand the world around you.
Well, Scorpion-san, perhaps we can have a friendship. My name is Moto Norn.
Nomen?
Yeah, Moto Nomen.
You don't know anyone's name.
I am so bad at this. I am Moto Nomen.
Well, Moto-san, it is a wonderful idea to be friends. Maybe we can share some more sake and talk more about what you think about the rest of the poetry.
Of course, of course.
I'd love to hear your perspective.
At this point, you will notice that Shozo has broken away from his crowd and is kind of beckoning to each of you to come on over to speak with him.
Oh.
I must beg your apology. I beg your I beg your forgiveness. I apologize for such a short-lived conversation, but it would seem that my generous host, Master Shozo, is requesting my presence.
Oh.
I would be more than happy to return once it is over, though.
Of course, I will keep a bottle of sake handy.
Thank you so much, Moto-san. I look forward to returning and continuing our conversation. I learned a lot. Thank you.
And just to let you know, it's now 1 o'clock my time.
Yep. Do we need to stop now, or I think there's something I think that Shozo needs to speak with all of you about. But I guess we can wait till next time. I guess we'll be on pins and needles about it.
I mean, yeah, we could have a cliffhanger, though. I do have a few moments to spare, but if we need to sign off, I'm not going to hold anyone back.
It's not really it's not really a cliffhanger, but yeah, the plot will resume.
Yeah, I was actually kind of hoping if the attention turned back to me, I was going to have my assistant Hirohito try to make conversation with oh come on, don't forget his name already. Kengo. Yeah, like have him talk with Kengo, keep him company for a bit, see if he could learn anything.
We'll see what happens next time. Shozo has beckoned all of you forward to speak with him. He seems to have something on his mind, and he seemed to have it the entire time, but he couldn't break away until just now.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
As soon as we get there, he's like, I forgot.
What did I... It's like I walked through a door and I forgot why I came in here. I've got the dementia.
I'll have to be like, I'm sorry, Kakita-san. I'll have to talk to you later.
Well, I hope everyone had fun. I hope everybody watching had a freaking blast. I will work on my pronunciations of these names and get people's names right.
You're so bad.
Okay, even if you do, I won't get them right.
Sora,
I'm bad at this.
Naurin, Daisuke,
Naurin.
Naurin, Youngsu, and Kuranagi. I got them.
Yeah.
And I'll forget them by next week. And
Yeah,
here we
but
go.
what about all the NPCs?
Everybody grabs 2 XP for this game.
Hey.
I honor and glory. I only Crystal's character Sora got some, and that should
already
be
took
logged.
care of that.
Exactly. Hey, I guess we give void points to Narin and Daisuke for not using their insta win.
All right.
And
we played nice this time.
Starting, I think it will be up tomorrow. There will be a poll on patreon.com/deadunicorn tomorrow, open to all people. You don't have to pay any money. We'll see how that goes, and then we'll put it behind the paywall next time after next week. So that's a special gift from me to all of you. Thank you for watching, and I mean, from Crystal, James, Tarek, Matt, and Sasha, my name's Corey. Go roll some dice.
Bye, guys.
And don't drink spiked drinks.
Oh no, it won't.